This video contains stuff that might just prove paranormal activity exists, so get ready. Number 5. The Egyptian Statue. I've watched enough adventure movies to know that messing with ancient artifacts is always a bad idea, but this only reassures that point. Museums are supposed to be relaxing and educational places, but this Egyptian statue turned this one into a terrifying mystery. This Manchester museum had a whole exhibit of statues on display, and most of them acted completely normal, but one of them just didn't. Security cameras caught the statue slowly turning around in a circle, pausing in the middle to stare directly away from the guests. Now, a lot of people thought it was some kind of dumb trick, and the statue was just being moved by someone, but you could see from that footage that's not what's happening. Plus, it can't be random vibrations moving the statue either, since none of the others are moving, and the Egyptian one is moving in a perfect circle. Maybe it's shy, maybe it's sick of being looked at, or maybe it just decided to mess with everyone watching. I've got no idea if there's a reasonable explanation or not, but I'll be staying away from the Manchester Museum just to be safe. Number 4. The Snow White Statue. To investigate the site, after a viewer submitted a video of the Snow White figure. I've got no idea why they were snooping around the park at night, but they got what they were looking for. It happened. The Snow White figure blinked at them while they were filming her up close. I know it sounds like a tiny thing, but trust me, the combination of her bad paint job and dark surroundings make it absolutely terrifying. The show's theory is that it's because there's a spirit trapped in her, but it also could probably just be a well-done practical effect. I guess we'll never find out. Number 3. The Jesus Statue. Now, I don't mean he's just staring in a creepy way. I mean he literally opens his eyes, looks directly at the camera, and then follows the camera's movement before shutting them again. It's, well, super creepy, but people are divided about what it means, since some people think it means the statue is actually a demon in disguise, while some others think it means Jesus is watching over the person and looking after them. I know which is the least scary option, but if Jesus really was looking out for this dude, I think he'd find a little less terrifying way to show it, don't you? Number 2. The Sai Baba Statue. It turns out Jesus isn't the only religious figure whose statues move all on their own, as it happens to Indian spiritual figures too. He made an appearance in one temple praising him by possessing the statue on the center of the altar, although it looks more scary than godlike. It shows the statue rolling its shoulders and moving its chest almost as if it's breathing, and then slowly drops the wreath it's been made to carry. The slow movements are super creepy since they seem so unnatural and isolated, but those returning to the temple the next day didn't seem to mind. In fact, it actually made him even more popular, with people traveling there just to look at the miracle statue. It's a pretty spectacle sight, but the real mystery remains. What's possessing this statue, and what are its intentions? Our honorable mention, because it's also the least scary on this list. The story is, this group gathered in order to sing prayers in front of the statue of Mary, and they were surprised to find their very own miracle occurred. As they were singing her praises, she was also mouthing the words of the song right back at them. As great as that seems, I just don't know if I'm fully sold on this one, but if you want, let me know your stance on this in the comments. Do you believe it's Mary, something a little bit more evil, or fake? Number 1. The Jesus Statue. We have this model statue of Jesus on top of a parade float, and from the first couple seconds of the video, nothing's out of the ordinary, until this happens. The statue is moving around a lot because of the wind, and you can see his clothes and cross wobbling in the breeze. However, just as the procession is getting ready to start, there's a different kind of movement altogether, when Jesus raises his head to look straight ahead of him. Like I mentioned earlier, it was really windy, but it's very clearly not the wind, and it almost looks like Jesus is getting ready to walk in the procession too.